Picture this moment. Someone who has carried the world on their shoulders finally sits down. Maybe it's on the edge of an unmade bed, springs creaking under the sudden weight. Maybe it's on a bus seat streaked with afternoon light, their forehead pressed against cool glass. Maybe it's on cold bathroom tile, back against the wall, knees pulled to chest. The location doesn't matter. What matters is the feeling. They sit not because their legs are tired from walking, but because something deep inside them quietly collapses, like a bridge that has been holding up more weight than the engineers ever designed it to carry. Bolt by bolt, the structure gives way. And if you have ever lived through a moment like that, even once, then you know the truth about breaking. It doesn't announce itself with thunder. It doesn't shatter spectacularly. It simply folds, softly and silently, like a whisper from your own heart saying, "I cannot hold all of this at the same time." People who have gone through too much understand that moment in a way others cannot. They recognize it instantly, like a secret language written in exhaustion. And here's the strangest part. You rarely realize you have become that person until life forces you to notice. Someone asks you, "Why are you so calm about things that should bother you?" And you open your mouth to answer, but the words tangle. Because it is not calmness. It is not peace. It is the quiet numbness that grows when your mind has been stretched far beyond what it was designed to process. It is the stillness that settles over you when your emotions have run too many marathons without water, without rest, without anyone cheering from the sidelines. Most people think resilience means strength, the kind you flex, the kind that inspires. But resilience for people who have gone through too much feels more like a survival instinct. Something you do because there was no other choice. Not a skill you developed, but a necessity you discovered. And because of that forced adaptation, you begin to carry a psychology that others can sense even if they cannot name it. There is a gravity to you, a depth behind your eyes that makes strangers look twice, a softness in how you listen that makes people confess things they had not planned to say, a heaviness in how you pause before answering simple questions, as if each response must first pass through layers of experience. You learn to fold your emotions into shapes that fit into the corners of your mind. You learn to keep walking even when your inner world feels like a storm tearing through an empty house. And there is something almost paradoxical about it. People who have gone through too much often appear wise, calm, mature, thoughtful. They seem like the ones who have everything figured out. But if anyone could open up their internal world, even for just a moment, they would realize that this maturity was not earned through gentle life lessons. It was forced, not developed through nurturing, but extracted through necessity. Not chosen, but required. Some people grow because they are nurtured in greenhouses of support and encouragement. Others grow because life refuses to give them the version of childhood or youth that everyone else seems to inherit automatically. Like wildflowers pushing through concrete, they grow in spite of their circumstances. And when you have lived through more emotional weight than your body was ever meant to carry, something happens to the way your mind forms itself. Psychologists refer to it as emotional overcompensation. When someone's nervous system has been overwhelmed too many times, too young, too intensely, too often, it begins to reorganize itself. Not perfectly, not gracefully, but desperately. It adapts through hyper-awareness. It adapts through emotional bracing. It adapts through anticipating the worst, even when the worst is not coming. If you have ever wondered why you overthink so much, why you scan every text message for tone changes, why you feel the need to prepare for problems that have not happened yet, why you rehearse conversations before they occur, this is why. Your mind learned that uncertainty was dangerous. So it built defenses you never consciously asked for, walls you never designed, alarms that sound at shadows. And even if you heal, even if you grow, even if you find therapy or love or peace, remnants of those defenses linger. Like old architecture underneath a renovated building, the foundation remembers what it was built to withstand.